Welcome back. We're here with a key 20th anniversary set review. It's been a while since we did one of these. The last one we did was Grisaya a couple months back, and we were completely wrong about that set in its entirety.
Yeah.
What ended up happening is that a lot of the cards ended up being not especially remarkable individually, but the deck has a really good synergy with one another, and it's one of the only decks in the game that's able to seamlessly loop its level 1 climax combo turn after turn.
Yeah.
So that deck's really good. Definitely lands a slot into A tier and many tier lists. But we're here today for Key 20th Anniversary, and this set we're going to be talking about cards within the context of the anniversary list and cards in their respective decks, because a lot of Key series just end up falling in Weiss because, I don't know, Schwarz and Key have some sort of like licensing deal. But we're going to move on to utility and level zeros. For this first level 0, she mills 2 on play. If you hit a climax, she gets +2 soul. And you get to Crush Scry on attack, which is look at top 2 cards of your deck. You get to send one of them to the waiting room, and then you put the other one back on top. And then it sets you up for your trigger on that attack, basically. This card, spoiler, Angel Beat's got a standby. I guess I should probably mention each series that they're all from. So this is an Angel Beats card. It sets, because Angel Beat's got a standby, this is a profile that's typically used in a deck where you want to set up your triggers in such a way to benefit you. And so standby shells are where you see this type of profile most often. Alongside the mill can fill your waiting room with potential targets for standby as well.
Yeah. Well, I also like it in the Angel Beats deck list with the wind trigger combo, just because you don't really move through the deck that fast, and this helps speed that up.
Yeah, I agree. Pretty decent card. I think like in standby lists you probably would play like 3 or 4, but just in a regular deck I wouldn't play like
2.
more than 2 copies. Moving on, this is another Angel Beats card. I'm not sure if you sorted them by
Yeah, that's how they were laid out.
Okay, cool. So I'll let you know when the series changes. Let all of you know, rather. But this card, you can pay 1 to climax swap, and so it helps fix you for your level 3 combo, or if you want to set up the level 1 combo earlier, you can do that. And then you also shuffle 2 characters back into your deck +1 soul, so it's kind of like the Bath Asana from Sword Art in that regard.
Yeah, it's really helpful with your level 3 combo solo, because you need to be able you pull them from deck.
Yes, so
with its ability.
So this is like Shido from the Shido Data Live profile from Fujimi Fantasia. So it's a similar level 3 combo, and this is a similar card to that. So same philosophy works. It also just happens to be printed on a climax swap, which is a really good profile. It turns out that Bushiroad has been pushing these hella hard in recent sets, where they just print climax swapping profiles with a secondary like auxiliary effect that can range from just like decent to like just like an above average effect alongside that. And
this is also pretty good with the level 1 wind combo, because you can put back in, if say you want to get more stock, you can force in level zeros. You want to put certain cards in your hand, especially if you can almost guarantee it's almost like salvaging the cards.
So that's all I have to say about this card. I see we have no other comments. All right.
This is Yuri to Rebel. It's a salvage brainstorm. And with standby climax, you can pay 1 stand a character.
Yes.
Pretty solid effect.
It's also worthy to note that it's just stand any character, right? It's not like a specific one.
There's no name restriction or anything.
Yeah, so this might just be power creep.
Well, no, because Goblin Slayer had the same effect. The only difference is you'd return it to hand.
Okay.
Which was kind of annoying.
Did you pay 1 in the Goblin Slayer profile?
Yeah, it's pay 1, return this card to hand, stand something.
Yeah, that's pretty decent.
Compared to the Overlord profile, which is just a 2/1, that when you use the climax, it lets you stand something.
The Summer Pockets has that profile as well, so it seems like it's printed a lot. But I mean, so this is the one and only standby that Angel Beats is going to have. There's a couple different nutty things that you can do. There's a 2-1 Encore Step Changer to a 3-2 healer that has a climax combo on attack salvage, gain some power. And so basically you can get that healer out at level 1. So, I mean, it's basically like that Batman Ninja meme that we thought was going to happen like a year ago. It's like, healers at level 1, dude. You know, although technically the Batman Ninja was at level 0 if your opponent was stupid and front attacked. But yeah, that's a dead meme. This standby combo, though, however, I think is actually has some merit to it, and we might see some deck builds with that healer at level 1.
Well, especially with how little stock your finishing game.
Yeah, it costs 4 stock.
To try lane a finisher.
Yes. So you kind of have just like extra stock to throw around at all points of the game. And so I wouldn't be surprised if you brainstorm more with this card and you know, Encore Step Change and all that stuff. So this is a really good card. You know, people that like salvage brainstorms are happy to have it. People that would play the standby are happy to have it. All around, really great profile. Moving on, we have Yui Revenge on God. And so your other front row center slot character that is level 3 or higher gets plus 1k. And then it has the pay 1, send a waiting room, look at top 4, take anniversary or death trait character, and then you mill the rest. This card helps you mill your deck. It helps you fill up your waiting room if you're playing standby. And
it does really silly things with the assist, or what is it, the hand encore assist.
Yeah, so you can technically go infinite. No, you can't because it costs a card. Yeah, it costs a card in hand and a stock. Yeah, so you can't go infinite.
The card in hand it replaces every time because you pay 1, send it to waiting room, then hand encore it, then you get a card from looking at up to 4.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So you'll never run out of cards with this. You just run out of stock.
So it's like you can, if you're in a situation where you're at like 6 on turn 3, you know, you're at level 1. I guess you could.
It's like, well, buy 4 stock, buy 16 cards.
I'm not even sure if that. I guess so. You gotta do what you gotta do to fix your compression at that point in the game. But yeah, it's that's just more of like a cute interaction than anything else. Like it's something that's certainly applicable, and like the profile itself is fine as it is. Like I would play potentially 1 copy and an Angel Beats deck, but yeah, that stupid combo is like overhyped in my eyes.
There might be a time where you need to build like 8 cards, and that's what it comes down to. Is well, I can spend 2 stock to mill 8 off of 1 card.
Yep. And then if you want, it also helps you dig, right? So it's like if you need the 1 Clannad to start your chain up, you can do that and then potentially refresh in the process, and that's all fine and dandy. Moving on, Clannad Rusty Angel. This is like the 39.80 yen coin flip card.
It's actually not that much right now. I think it's like 14.80.
Good. Are you gonna
the foil version's a lot more expensive.
Yeah. Are you going to be picking some of these up?
Yeah.
Yep.
So the coin flip trigger campaign promo bullshit. Yeah. Well, I don't understand what it is with Weiss and printing good profiles. Promos are where you're supposed to put bad cards and cards that aren't actually legal to play.
Nexus of Fate.
Okay, so, they only changed that like a year ago, 2 years ago. Prior to that, they didn't do that bullshit. Yeah. And I swear they might have gotten it from Bushy Road.
They're just like, good business strategy right here. So this is actually literally just the Sword Art coin flip profile. Same color, same 2 effects. They just reprinted the Sword Art profile. And like this card's good. Like it's fine. It's another like plussing quote unquote level 0. Although I'm always kind of suspect of these just because I feel like something equivalent to like maybe a mill runner or an Armin runner or even just like a beater at points have a greater opportunity of plussing you than something like this. But I haven't like crunched the numbers exactly on that, but
it comes down to deck building. I've done a little bit, but you probably don't want more than 16 level 0s, and then it's a 50% hit rate.
Mm-hmm. Whereas like if your opponent doesn't try field, a runner is typically going to be able to to run away scot free.
Yeah.
So I feel like the numbers are a bit better on a mill runner, assuming that you go first. Yeah, I mean, this card's good. You play an Angel Beats, then potentially might find a spot in a key 20th list, though I have not found any room for it yet. Next card is a free runner. Speaking of the runners, it's just a 2K runner, so no mill effect, and it has lower power because of it. I used to be of the opinion that these runners were just better than the mill runners, though I think I've started to take your opinion more.
I've never thought they were better. I play them because they're what's available. Yeah. I'd always rather have a mill runner because the 500 power tends to matter more than the chance of failure.
Yeah, and also the milling through your deck. So yeah, I think mill runners are definitely marginally better just because it's 500 power more because of the cost, and then the cost sometimes is an upside.
Yeah. Well, the 500 power more also means it clears all free runners. It clears. Wow. It ties with a lot of clean cuts. It clears Rikis. It clears Akatsuki.
Yeah.
It clears pretty much any brainstorm.
They're like pseudo oversized, like in modern Weiss, just because so much utility level zeros have so much low power. It's like 2/5 bodies are like pseudo oversized. Which is funny to consider like less than vanilla being oversized, but it's kind of the game that we see ourselves in nowadays. Yeah, this card's fine. There's another runner. There's a mill runner later on. So if you're playing Key 20, don't play this. There's a mill runner with a better effect. But in Angel Beats, I could see you playing this, if not for the coin flip.
Yeah.
You're in Clannad, Angel Beats. There's the title drop. So it's a drop search, and then other characters can't side attack.
It's the old SAO drop search. The Suzuha.
Yeah, Suzuha mill or drop searcher. This card's alright.
It's also a promo.
Let me guess, like 780 to 980 yen on this one?
At least, yeah.
Jeez.
I didn't even know it existed until I was going through this stuff.
Yeah. I assume that this is anniversary or death trait.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anniversary and death trait. Yeah, but there's like 4 drop searchers in the set, so.
Drop searchers are so weird to me because it's like I never know like in what amounts to run them. Like to me, it's either like 0 copies or 2 copies. You know, those are my like thresholds for playing drop.
2 is generally the right answer unless it does something just being a drop searcher.
Yeah, like the
like
fate.
The anti-burn from. The fate. Yeah, the anti-burn from Charlotte or the fate effect.
That
the
is
fate
just actually oversized. Yeah, that's a good drop searcher.
Yeah, which was originally in the Kill power up pack. That's the original place for that profile.
Oh yeah, man, I forgot about Kill even existing.
Yeah, there's reasons for that.
Yep.
Okay, next card.
Next card.
Yusa Nishimori, Popular Idol. It's a search brainstorm. And when your other character reverses an opponent, choose one of your characters, give it plus 500. Hey, Charlotte now has an actual plus in the main phase brainstorm.
Yes. And then it has Revenge Trigger for 500, which is...
It's not revenge, because you have to reverse the opponent.
Oh, okay. I've always thought of this as... I've been playing this card wrong.
No, it is not a Revenge Trigger.
Although, to be fair, I don't think it wouldn't have mattered, because 500 is such a like negligible amount of power to be playing nowadays. Yeah. That it's like...
It matters at level 0, but that's about it. Mm-hmm. I run a split of like 2 of this and 2 of the old.
Yeah, it's kind of just like this is the brainstorm to Key 20th and Charlotte, as was the Yuki brainstorm to everything. The 500 power makes no difference, but we're really happy to have that tap self plusing brainstorm that happens at a convenient time. In Sal's case, it was just like we needed the tap self. In this case, we need it during the main phase. So
yeah,
a great card.
Yeah, I still think you might run the salvage. But I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah. All I know is that this card is played in some capacity in the deck, and that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
And so this is another climax swapper for Charlotte this time. And then when damage dealt is canceled, you can send it to stock. So there's a funny deck that the internet has been theory crafting.
Yeah, it involves a 3/6 event and some on attack burners. But
3/6 event stands. I don't even know if that's a legitimate deck. It probably isn't, but it's definitely really funny to mention. And this is a way to help you get more stock for your 10 stock endgame.
12 stock.
Yeah, I normally just play it with the 2 copies in the front because the event only gives it 2
I want the 12 stock to play the red level 3 back row from Angel Beats that fixes the top 3 cards of your deck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all fine and dandy. This card's really good though. I probably wouldn't play it in like the quote unquote meta build of Q20th just because you have the Clannad that fulfills 2 roles instead of just the one that this one does.
Well, I guess with the meta build, do you run the Angel Beats level?
Yeah, I think that.
Okay, then yeah, I definitely run the Clannad over this.
Though this is really good in Charlotte because you play 8 pants in Charlotte, and then this can help you fix for either one of your climax combos, especially once you're gearing to go towards level 3. You have to discard a pants from your hand to activate the Now's Anti-Front ability.
Although you're also running an 8 pants deck, so it's not hard at all.
Yeah, but sometimes you just like you can stockpile in like 2 or 3 pants in your hand and just make your opponent
unable to play the game
to do anything. And those turns are pretty good because you also get to replace the climax that you discard with the search, as well as Now's innate on attack, look at top, add to hand. So
yeah,
good.
Okay, next card is going to be Misa, the other girl. It's on play mill 2. If you hit a climax, you fix the top card of your opponent's deck, and then it's an on play discard a climax salvage. So I think it's decent enough. I like it in Charlotte because you're running 8 pants, so you're probably going to have climax.
Yes.
At every point.
And I don't think, does the set have a traditional drop searcher? I don't remember there being one.
Yeah, they got one, but I don't see a reason to play it over the U.
And then this is funny because this has the same first stock troll effect as the Riki from the set.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
the Riki doesn't mill 2. It's just on play. No, the Riki stock trolls. This deck trolls.
Oh, deck. Yeah. Okay, so it's not the same effect.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of trolling in Charlotte, and
well, that makes a lot of sense considering how the ending trolled it.
Bushiroad had trolled Charlotte players for the longest time until this booster, and the deck became meta. But
I think the deck was relevant prior.
Just because
of so many
profile.
burn combos.
It's just because of one profile. Same reason why like Komodo friends like had to get put on the restriction list because like Japan just like made the meta call and like chucked in like the
Komodo friends is the reason that everything has burn.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
burn one. Now Tomori happy every day. So if you trigger pants, you can draw a discard, and then as an act ability, you can rest and then give something 1500 power. Do you play this card?
I would like to. I'm just working out the space for it. If I ran the blue, probably, since I'm running blue, red, yellow to fit the old heal damage scry loop, nah, because I don't really need extra back row character.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's really good with the old brainstorm because heck, you're still going to run 8 pants because the level 1 combos that.
I'm just worried that this like does too little,
What?
I'm just worried that it does too little. Because this is typically seen on like, it's like a gold bar support card where you can grab something from clock, and then and that gives you more selection than just a draw and a ditch.
True.
Because like the clock grabbing things, I feel like I'm actually like getting something that I would need like in the following turns of the game, whereas the draw ditch is like, oh, who knows.
I mean, either way you move through the deck, and this way you don't.
You cut out there. What do you say? This way you don't.
I said, yeah, this way. That way you don't trap your climaxes in your clock.
Yeah, got it. All right. Next card. So this is the mill runner that we were talking about earlier. It's 1500 mill runner, and then you can choose to accelerate, start battle phase to get plus 2k and 1 soul to the card. So it helps you step over things for the cost of a clock.
Yeah. It can also just help you in the race to level 1.
Yes. This card's very good. I suspect that you play it in both builds.
Yeah, actually, I don't run it right now. Again, it's a card I'd play if I was playing blue-green, but in 3-color, I don't need more blue cards.
Okay. That's fair.
So I run the old on-play top check, add to hand ditch. That's a 3k on-play.
Yes. And then we're moving away from Charlotte onto the Clannad cards.
Yeah.
This is like bad Psychona runner right here.
This is like they made this profile worse because normally
You don't really check top 4.
I don't get why it's only checked top 3. They just made it.
Yeah. It can only grab it gets even worse though. You can only grab Dongo trait characters or anniversary. So it Clannad is like one of those infamous like trait lock sets. So like it literally only works in the yellow version of Clannad, which is like the only viable one, but even still. I don't even know if I can use the word viable. The only one that like the best deck in Clannad, I'll say that.
Yeah. You don't play this in normal key 20th. There's no reason to play this.
Yep. Moving on, we have a Sunahara meeting bad friends. So on play, you can power pump something 1k. When you play a climax, you can bring it back to hand, give something a soul, and then the character across from this gains sport trait. So shout out to Plunder Ash from King of Fighters. All jokes aside, this card's fine. I don't run it particularly because there's a lot of level 0 slots in Clannad because you have your Brainstorms, your Rickies, you have some other cool profiles like the Krush Scry.
The new clean cut.
Yeah, the new clean cut, which is unfortunately locked to anniversary and music trait. So you need to be careful about which cards you field. With that.
Oh, it only.
Yeah, the clean cut doesn't actually work in the yellow deck unless you want to bring back like your level 1 combo or like any other card printed anniversary.
Dang.
So that card's a wash.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Okay, out the next one.
Yeah. This is the one of the cards I was talking about. So this is look at top 2 rearrange, and then you also on attack you mill the top card of your deck, and then if it's a level 0 you can place it in the back row. So this card was printed in Rewrite as a Shizuru, and that card was one of the best like level 0s that you could play in that deck just because it gave you some good deck manipulation as well as being able to set up like your Brainstorm or your Amagi in back row if you're able to be lucky enough to find it.
Yeah.
And then that's basically all there is to say about this card. I like this profile quite a bit.
Yeah.
Kyo button encounter. So this is a salvage Riki for anniversary and twins. I think the fact that it's a salvage Riki means that the meta anniversary trait deck is going to be able to play it.
Oh yeah.
And this is the main way that you're able to find. This is the main way that you're able to get your level 1 combo on time.
Yeah. It helps for the 4-color Wombo deck.
Yeah. Get you a card.
Okay. Yeah. Next, got the clean cut.
For
then,
anniversary music. Rip.
So hey, the anniversary trait deck. Key 20th might play this.
I play it at like 3 copies in Key 20th. Surprisingly enough, like there aren't like that many great level 0s in Key 20th. They're all just like, serviceable profiles.
A lot of them are designed to support decks that generally.
Yeah, like decks are like genuine, like
except for Clannad.
Yeah, they just like do it for the old decks, and as such, like Key 20th is like a good deck, but it's not something that is anything special necessarily, and so it just like has a lot of like cookie cutter profiles that a lot of other sets have, and you just kind of like mash them all together and like you call your 50 card pile what it is. like a decent 50 card pile.
Yeah,
I think the deck's fine though.
it's more than a lot of sets can say. So
Yeah.
it's more than some of the sets that come out of this can say.
Yep. Rio Astrology. So it's drop search for anniversary and twins, then up to twice per turn when a character enters stage from hand. You give it plus 1k. Or is it 1k to this card?
The Rio. Okay. Yeah, to the Rio. So it becomes a 4k beater.
Yo, twins from Clannad got buffed. Yo, can't wait. Can't wait to see.
I mean, out of the drop searchers available, play.
Yeah, you've
been either that or the like promo Angel Beast one. So it's probably this, unless you want to drop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this card's fine. If I can find the slots in an anniversary build, you could potentially play it. Especially if you need more of the color for maybe like your now level 1 combo that we'll get to later.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this is one of my favorite cards in the set.
Sasami Unexpected Kindness. On play, reveal the top 3 cards you're. You can take one of them, add it to hand. On play, you can choose the bottom card of your clock and a character anniversary or Schwarz trait and later room and swap them. I think this is Little Busters, right?
Yeah, it's Little Busters.
This is also the start of the Little Busters cards.
Yes. It is a card that's featured in what I like to call the greediest deck I've ever built. That's saying a lot for me. 4-color Little Busters, good stuff.
Yeah, it's a greedy card in general. But I like this as well. I think there's a build in T20th of all of the best cards deck.
Yes. So I guess for more context, like in Little Busters, you basically have a 33% chance if you build your deck to have equal color arrangements, like around equal color arrangements of all 4 colors if the deck is 4-color. But even if it doesn't hit in the 66 other percent of times where it doesn't really work,
it's a mill 3
for your standby combo,
fixes your clock.
And it fixes your color. So just with all those 3 things combined, it makes it one of my favorite cards in the set, and like a really good 4 of, like something that I would have never expected just by reading the card the first time. But once you consider all the implications brought about by the card itself, it's very good.
Yeah.
Rin hard to become attached cat. So this is another drop search. Something that
actually this might be the one you play.
I think so too. I totally forgot about this card just because I always thought of it as just like a Little Busters only card. This is a drop search for anniversary animal, and then once reversed, it's a coin flip, level 2 or higher, return to hand.
So it's the Fate Lancer, but also a drop.
Yeah, so super solid profile. Animal trait is also your level 1 Rin, the infamous one that combos with the +2 soul trigger. So you get some good targets with that. And so with 4 Ricky and then 4 this drop search, you're basically very well in your way to getting your triple Rin combo in the Little Busters +2 soul deck. So I think the slots are warranted in that version. This is the drop search that you play. We retract our previous statements.
Yeah.
Yuriko Swords Flash. So this is a kind of like drop salvager thing. So you discard a card from your hand, and then you reveal top, and then you get a salvage equal to the level of that revealed card from your waiting room. Character's level, I mean. So it's pretty decent fixing.
It's not bad. But
I think Fujimi got something similar, but it was blue and a level 1.
Wasn't there a level 2 in the Love Live?
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, so Love Live Sunshine.
It was like rest, reveal the top, then discard. It was like rest, discard, reveal top. Yes. It was also just an assist for their early play combo.
Mm-hmm. That card's like still played in Love Live Sunshine because that card adds so much consistency to that deck. The important thing to note is that it can be standbyed out, and then that effect can basically be running for the rest of the game.
Versus this, which is an on play.
Yeah, that's a special kind of breed in Love Live Sunshine.
Yeah.
Saya Hidden Charm. Can't use backups or events, and then it Armin runs. This card's
Pretty
decent.
good.
It's an oversize. Unfortunately, I don't know why, but Bushiroad likes printing the no backups or events in arguably a set that would love to use backups and events. You know, because those versus has money counter and also has the search to discard. And then they also have like a suite of like a bunch of different backups that you may want to use with the set. Such as anti-change, for example. So it's weird that they keep on insisting on printing this on their beater profiles, but I guess you can't really do much about it. And this card would be long in your waiting room before you may need to use those level 2 backups or in defense. So
yeah,
I'm fine with that. That's a worthy price to pay for a pretty good profile.
Yeah. Let's see. Next, we've got Katori, class non-conforming. She's a Rize for anniversary. And when the battle opponent of your other character becomes 1+1K for the turn, so she can be a beater.
Yeah.
If your opponent tri-fields and you want to punish, hey, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah. It also, this card's name is written in the text of a level 3 that I don't remember exactly what it does. I think it shuffles back.
It's in here. We'll get to it.
We'll get to it. But this card can be relevant for more than one reason as well. But I mean, Rize profile level 0 is typically a filler level 0 that people like to play.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
We got a beater. This is a 4K. Opponent's characters get Encore 2 that they'll never use.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we're over in rewrite now.
Yes. This is a rewrite card. I would never play this card. I mean, it's still fat, but it's just like there's so many other better profiles.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it goes in the Guardian deck, does it? Because it's not Lucio.
No, yeah, it's not Lucio or Shizuru.
And I don't think the other decks play green.
Yeah, it's literally just the Guardian deck that would play green.
So, yeah, I don't think she fits in any of the 3 decks, because there's Triple K and then there's like Chihaya people.
Yeah, Chihaya is red yellow, Triple K is blue yellow, and then Guardian is green blue. Yep.
Yeah.
Q20th, it's also just something like I would maybe consider playing it, but you also have like runners and stuff.
I mean, sometimes the 4K is just too big.
Yeah. Okay.
And this is a lot better than you can. That's an effect, so.
Yeah,
it's basically vanilla 4K, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, Kodoro, for whom it's an on-play scry, and then it's on-play, discard an event, salvage a Kagari, Kodoro, or Katori. So it's built not to be played in. It's built solely for the Triple K deck.
Yep, and that'll be a running theme for these types of profiles at least. This card's fine though. Like this deck is kind of notorious for playing like 8 events.
Yeah, because you play Power Spot and Feek Off.
Yep. And then you may even want to play like I don't even know how spicy you want to get, but there's the 3/4 -2 soul on 2 lanes event. Actually, I think it's on all lanes. But it's a 3/4 event, and you have to like discard 2 cards with it. So it's like a 3-card hand investment and a 4 stock investment for minus. Yeah, you probably don't play that. I don't think it's worth it.
Because a lot of your deck is moving through it with the event and then kind of waiting, and then at level 2 you play a bunch of early plays, and either or you play the Kodoro early play, which mills 2 and burns on play.
This card's pretty decent though. I would consider running it.
Yeah. Very good fixer.
Yes. So this is a Guardian card for rewrite. On play, pay 1. You top the clock card of your deck. You take a look at the top X cards, and then you take a character. X is the number of opponent's characters. It's like Scuffed Riki in a set where you have actual Riki. And you can't take a card. It's only opponent's characters. So it's not even useful in the sense that, like, it's not like one of those check top 4, add any cards that we saw in Fujimi and Sword Online Alicization. It's just like bad Riki. I would never play this card.
No, you could play it in this set. but I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either. Moving on.
Okay, get to the level 1 utility. First card is Nowie, acting student council president. You have 2 other anniversary of death characters plus 1K, and as a note, it is a 1/2. It has 2, so standby.
Yeah, I like
it's
your
8K 2 soul standby at level 0.
I like your note on the second bullet point. It has 2 soul. Look at the card soul.
I mean, that's the only reason you play this.
Yeah, I just think
it's a 1/2 with 2 soul.
You're not used to level 1 having 2 soul.
I like this a lot better than the 1/1 hand on, just because it helps overcome.
Yeah, because like, how often are you expected to be big on the one? Like, how often do you expect for you to actually have to use that hand encore on your 1/1? I wouldn't expect it until like late into level 1.
Not until my opponent's level 2, and at that point, I'd rather be 2/2s and point out level 3s to contest the lanes. I don't expect this to wall off level 1s and level 0s.
Yeah. Oh, this card's pretty decent, especially in standby. I didn't even know this card existed in this set. Pretty cool.
Yep. Now, I don't put the 1/1 that we got because I don't like it very much. I just
use this instead.
it's just better.
Triple S operator. Now this girl, I don't know why, but I watched Angel Beats like 4 or 5 years ago. At this point, I don't even have no recollection of who this character is.
I don't either.
She has a cute character design though, so that counts for something.
I'll be honest. The only characters I remember from Angel are Yuri, Clannad, and the American dude.
You don't even remember the protagonist.
Well, he's just a bland, brown-haired Japanese dude.
He actually has orange hair, but yeah, I mean, he's a bland character.
His job is to sit there and be and watch everybody else.
Yep.
For us, but yeah, she's the Goblin Slayer Cowgirl. On play, reveal top character added to hand. On play, discard a character, draw a card. So very good fixer. I like her for. But just good card movement.
And for decks that have events too. Angel Beats has several playable events that you can choose to run at both the top end and this kind of funny 1/2 event that can choose a card from your opponent's waiting room and send to memory, and then you send the event itself to memory.
I think I've come to the realization you just play that card.
You just don't play that card? Probably.
You don't play Call Me Christ. No. But you do play Operation Tornado, and I think you might play the baseball swing, give 2 of your opponent's characters plus first soul, and they can't side attack this turn.
Yeah, especially when you have a good level 3 utility in music and just a plain vanilla healer music. I think you can splash music at level 3 pretty well. All right.
Yeah. Next card. Hey, Angel Beats finally got. It even has a soul trigger on it.
Yeah, they got a cost 0 counter, but is it though? Like, I think they're stubborn about it, and they like want to print the 1 cost on the counter, but then they just give you the stock back anyway.
Yeah, well, they've been doing this a lot because they do this in.
They do what?
So they do it with a lot of sets because they did it the same with Al Buddha. They gave him the yellow 1/1 backup.
Yep, Data Light as well. But though they actually got a real 2K backup.
Well, Al Buddha had a real backup from the first set.
Yeah.
But I'm if you're running a choice combo, I think these are because again you have a soul trigger off this, so you can salvage it or you can stock it from the choice trigger.
Yeah, I'm also like not 100% sure, but I recall this type of backup effect being able to stock from waiting room at some point.
I remember there being one that did that. I don't remember what set it was.
Perhaps the soul triggers dropped on that card.
I think that one was a Bang Dreams backup.
Yeah, I couldn't say either way, but I just know that profile probably does exist somewhere. So this is Slight Wars.
Because I played against it, but I don't remember where it was.
Yeah.
Either way, they got a playable backup in Angel Beats, so you take what you can get.
Yep.
Thanks, card. Oh, I guess I didn't leave that off. Yuri, Triple S leader, plus 500 for each character. If you have no other rested front row characters in front, pay 1 rested encore.
Okay.
I don't really like that effect. I'd rather have hand encore than that.
Yeah, I thought it was hand encore, and now I'm super down on this card.
Because there's a lot of ways to play around it, play around this effect in general. For example, let's say you just have two things your opponents can't reverse. It's like, well, maybe they can reverse this, but they can't.
Or like you could side attack any like level zeros that are left in the front row, and like suddenly you turn off.
It's like you let them plus on a level 0, you turn off their beater, and they're just kind of, yeah. I'm not a big fan of that profile.
Yeah, I'm not.
Moving on. We're back to Charlotte, Yusa Nishimura. It's a 1K backup, and it has the Gochi Yusa anti-change, or Is the Order a Rabbit?
Yes.
So, which is pay 2, you blow up the thing, and they get a level 0.
Yes.
Out of waiting room. And if they don't have any, you just got a 1-2 blow up your opponent's early play.
Yes. No, so I believe in some attack patterns you give your opponent an extra attack. So you want to be...
Yeah, you give them an extra stock, because if you kill the thing when or the early play attacks, it doesn't deal damage. Mm-hmm. So they still trigger and get stock off.
Yeah. It's also possible to blow up something not currently attacking. And then they don't get an extra attack, or they don't get an extra stock. So, I mean, that's important to know. But sometimes, I mean, your opponent can play around.
But if your opponent's good, they probably sequence it so if that has to front something, that's the...
Yeah, but this effect's so good. This card was put on the ban list and for a reason. And so I'm surprised
that it was a pick 2, right?
Yeah, it's a pick 2 between the disgusting burn 1 plus 6k finisher in this.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like you're gonna want to play this card. This card's really good. And it's arguably like Key 20th as a set isn't very it doesn't really have its own identity as like here's a cool thing that you can do with this set. So the main thing going for it is that it's a pile of decent cards where you can play the Gochi Yusa counter without worrying.
Yeah, but without the Gochi Yusa burn 1 plus 6k finisher.
Yeah.
But okay, moving on. Now Tamori, earlier gaze. On play mill 2 gets 1,000 hit, and when this reverses an opponent, you draw a card, discard. So it's on play potential 6k, and then when it reverses something, draw a discard. It's decent.
I would play this in the meta build because you want to play blue specifically
for Key 20th or
for Key 20th.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't think you play this in Charlotte.
So you play 1-0 combo, and then blue's a decent color in this set all around. So it makes sense to have a level 1 auxiliary level 1 that is the same color as your combo, and this fits the bill. It is also a promo.
Yeah. I feel like there's enough. So I think they're like 580. So you can probably find something cheaper to fill in with it.
Perhaps. There's a 1-1 Tomoyo. We're back to Clannad. The previous one was Charlotte.
Hand encore. Opponent's characters gain on.
Decent. The issue is that she's off trade as well.
Did they get standby in Clannad?
They did, but it's on a Twins Climax combo, so basically it's like Twins only. Clannad's such a mess. I don't even want to talk about this card.
You can run a empty standby trigger. That's like one of the only empty climaxes you can run.
I don't even want to think about it. Yeah. Oh man, would you give shit to all the empty gate players in the world?
I hate empty gate. That's such a... Man, standby does something broken. Gate's like, it's a plussing trigger. Well, you know what also plusses? A level 1 combo.
Yeah. We have leave a counter for anniversary music. It's a 2K counter. Yeah, but it leafas. Unfortunately,
it's okay.
Dongo traits left out of this as well. So we have to pay. Funnily enough, Clannad has a 1-0 counter that has the correct traits and colors. It was a sleeve promo. It came in a pack of Bushiroad card sleeves. Way back when the first Clannad set was released, or one of the first. And that card, for a while, I haven't checked the price on it recently. That card had a $60 price tag for a 1/0 1500 counter that fit your traits and colors.
Yeah, and you gotta love Bushiroad. Next one is Nagisa. No, on play, reveal top card of deck. It's the anniversary. On play, give a character plus 1.5k power. That's fine.
Yes.
I can't say much more about it. It's fine.
I wouldn't. Yeah, it's fine. I wouldn't play it in Clannad for sure because you have 1/0 7Ks running around just for no cost, which is pretty decent. And then I suppose you might want to play it in Key 20th if you're playing like yellow level 1, or you just want to have a soul play.
Yeah, if you play the bunny girl, you might want to play it.
Yeah,
free power is not too bad.
You can kind of make a pseudo 1k1 with like you can play your Clannad and you can get an extra soul. You can play this, you can get an extra soul. So it's kind of like, one of those split soul climaxes without actually playing a climax. You can swing for decent numbers on that turn.
Yep.
We're back to low busters. Climax Swapper and then cost 0 stock bomb. This card has done wonders for the +2 soul deck because you play Gold Bar and +2 soul in that variant. You can freely stock swap and you can actually have some game against level 1s because your Rins on a 2 soul are 4.5k. So
yeah,
this is a great level 1.
Yeah, now you can actually reverse things in as well.
Yep. Haruka Maiden's Repose. They seem to be printing this thing in basically every set nowadays. It's like,
well, they need them.
Yes.
That's what it comes down to. Is they realize they printed too many good standby decks, and they don't want to just ban all the standby decks. So they're printing more bounce than they ever have before, and they're anti-change bombs at level 1.
Yep. This one is particular. Is this Clock Bomb? Because green.
Yeah.
But like bombs like this are like one of the only things that they still follow color rule. Like you don't see like a level 0 like green like bomb that reverses, or
no,
like,
yeah. Although the first 1/1 bomb profile, it was a red one that reversed as an anti-change bomb.
Oh, which set was that one in?
Persona 4.
Oh, Persona 4.
Yeah, Michael showed it to me a while ago. But
so this card, Kengo, Little Busters as well. When you use a startup, it gains on reverse top stock, and then it has the same pay 1 encore step. If everything else is wiped out or non-existent, you can pay 1 rest. This card's fine. I immediately think of backups when I see the startup gain on reverse top stock, although it does synergize with brainstorms as well. So you
yeah, Little Busters, you can't use backups or events.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would consider playing this in 4-color greed stuffs, but I play the 1/0 combo, and so the spaces are tight as is. But I'll consider playing it as a singleton copy because the card's just barely big enough for me to think that like running it would be decent because you have 1500 support to the center and then 500 support to the center. So with your anti-salvage and the brainstorm in the back row, you can get up to 8k on this thing. And yeah, that's basically a level 2 number at level 1, which is big power stuffs.
Yep. Next card. Shizuru. Play She Wants to Protect. All your other characters count outside attack. And then when this reverses character, you have a climax. So decent. It helps build stock. I don't think you use this in Guardians.
Yeah, you don't, because your level 1 combo does the same thing, except it stocks
without getting reverse.
Yeah. This is a Key 20th only card, and then use it to build up stock if you want an explosive endgame that costs a lot of stock.
Yeah.
Another anti-change. There's another rewrite card in yellow. It does a stock
it's a stock bomb.
Cool. Nice.
So I play this over the green one and the.
Yep. It's another set that has
rewrite. You can play this in the Chihaya, whatever the other 2 characters in that deck.
Yeah.
Profile are.
We just call it Gaia because that's the name of the faction.
Okay. Yeah, you can play this in Gaia and nothing else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Key 20th you might if you want to play stock over clock, but yeah, it's just us being pedantic at that point.
Yeah. Sakya, Master and Servant, 2K backup. Is the name on trait for Gaia or on name?
I believe so. So the way that the guy works is that it's all names. So it's Sakya, Chihaya, and then Akane. So it should be anniversary or those three names that gives you the extra power.
Yeah. So yeah, they got a 2K backup.
Yeah, and that's welcome.
Which
it didn't have it before.
Oh, Triple K needs a 2K backup.
I forgot that doesn't have one.
Triple K just got its first backup at level 2.
Yo,
that's a box topper.
No, it has that 1K rest counter though.
Just stop talking, man. Okay,
there's a person at
Junior.
Okay.
On play, it's a 6K. On death, pay to salvage Lucia or Shiz.
Ew.
I think you actually play this.
Ew.
Hey, it helps you get cards back in hand. Considering how bad the Guardian deck is at keeping cards in hand, I think you don't care about 2 fucking stock, man. You play a stock charge combo on a.
I typically think you could net more cards if you double brainstorm post refresh, and that's something that's feasible post your combo turn because you mill quite a bit in that deck just through like various different means, whether it be a Magi, your Riki mills 1 card, your level 0 Shizuru mills a card, and your clock bond mills 2 cards if you use both effects. So it's like I think it's best if you invest that 2 stock into 8 cards worth of brainstorms post that. But I would consider that. But the deck's like one thing that Guardian is really bad at is that all the slots, like you basically can afford no room for any type of tech stuff like this. Because you need to play 4-2-1 Lucia's, you need to play 4 combo, and then all of your level 0s are basically 4-ofs because you just need one of them that badly.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure if you find space for this. Obviously, in Key 20th, there's no space for this card.
It's a pile of good cards, and this isn't good.
Yep. Here's advantage combos. There's plenty of good advantage combos in this set, actually.
Yeah. First one, Iwasawa, My Song. It's 500 for each other character. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a level 0 character, send it to stock. Otherwise, you either put the card into your hand, and you repeat that for each of these. So, it's a weird... It's decent. It's weird. It all takes place on play of Climax. And so you can, mill Climaxes with it or beside you. But it's not bad.
Yeah, I guess Yeah, okay, that's interesting. For some reason, I thought that a Climax could stop you from resolving the other ones, but no, you can send it to...
No, because you'd either draw the...
Yeah.
No, they finally fixed that issue on these, top files.
Nice.
But other than that, it's a 6K pretty much assuming you're full fielding beater, so pretty easy to protect.
And so this is kind of sad to say, but this is the premier level 1 combo of the set. Now Tamori, seeing she wanted to shoot. So she's 1-0, 5K. On attack, you have 2 or more other characters. You can look at top 3, take a character, and she gets fat. Plus 1.5.
Yeah, she swings as a 7-5.
So Charlotte's happy to have this in any capacity, just because...
Oh, you mean an actual advantage combo?
Yeah, before it only had a 1-1 6K Misa that did a weird change thing with a big...
It was an honor for search on a stock, and it changed into a 1-0 that on got plus 1K for each gifted trade character. Because I ran the 1-0 because it could get up to 10-5 on attack, and you needed reverses for your brains.
Yep. So Charlotte's really happy to have this. Key 20 just kind of takes what it can get, and this is the best combo of the set. So
yeah,
a card that is not worth its price, but is price hiked because it's actually just played in two different builds of completely different lists.
It's kind of like Amelia, but one extra card to give it an extra 500 power. And I kind of wish they went back the other way so that I could work it up to 4.
Yeah.
But hey, I take what I get. Next one.
I can't believe this is the card name. Wait, is that actually the card name?
No. No, it's Nagisa, something about the random.
Okay.
So on your turn, it can be a 6/5, and it has a weird salvage combo. On attack, salvage level X or level X's number of choice climax of this choice climax in waiting room.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put a spoiler warning on this video.
And didn't this thing air like if you don't know by now, it's your fault.
So the VN was like very early 2000s, and then the anime was 2008 to 2009 for season 1, season 2.
Yeah, if you don't know, it's your fault. I watched the first episode and I know that. But yeah, it's not very good unless you can like dumpster your entire deck prior to doing this.
Yeah, I'm tempted in changing my comp. I'm playing this in Clannad right now. And mainly I just thought that the choice was going to be better than shot trigger. But like unironically, I think that like Shimikaze, the old combo is a 1/0 5.5k Shimikaze effect on reverse on a shot trigger. And I think that's just better. That might just be better than this.
Yeah, well, I think the other half of that, it's a Shimikaze on a shot trigger, but I don't think you're running through your deck fast enough. That salvage is going to give you a better selection than search at level 1.
Mm-hmm. Then,
I don't know a ton about Clannad, but I don't.
Yeah, you don't really mill unless you early brainstorm, which is like a mistake anyway.
Yeah,
you just really need to pay out that stock.
Okay, Rin, best place for 2. If on attack, choose a character and give it 1.5k. And climax combo is Bunny Girl.
Cool.
On reverse, top stock, reveal top card of deck if it's low. So it's fine. Pretty low power value wise because it's a 4K. It can give the power to itself. 6/5 with the climax. But yeah, it can do a lot more power wise for me.
Yeah. It's also
because a lot of these are just straight up 6Ks. Actually, yeah, most Bunny Girls are straight up 6Ks on attack.
Yep. Anniversary animal for the power restriction mode.
Okay. Yeah, well, I don't think you play the Little Busters deck. You probably just play the 2 soul.
Yep, I wouldn't play it in Little Busters. Although some people are crazy and are trying to. Crazy or stupid. I don't know. You
Desperate.
Desperate. Has no money for 2 souls. There you go.
Yeah, next one. Kyosuke, Jumper. On attack, mill 3. Salvage a level X or X's number of colors hit. So you remember that greedy 4-color build that you're talking about? Do they play this?
No.
Wow. Could this be funny?
It would be, but yeah, so 4-color
if I didn't need stock, I'd play this.
The 4-color build has the Puyo Puyo-esque combo where you have the level 3 and the level 1. So
both tied to the bar.
Yeah, both tied to the bar. It's a 1/0 5.5k can't side attack, and then on reverse you salvage. And basically you only play that card because you're playing the climax anyway. You're like, okay, I guess I'll try to plus a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it seems fine. If I didn't need, I feel like you could play this in the 4, but the now is probably just better.
Yeah, I think so as well. Because it doesn't gain power either.
Yeah. The next card is Akane, Invitation to, and now we're over to rewrite. Yep. Invitation to a Cult Club. It's a level 1 bomb and has on reverse salvage a anniversary or Chihaya, Akane, or Sakuya. And give another character plus 1k. So, pretty decent.
So this is the beloved Love Live Sunshine level 1 combo Chica, but better. I guess that card was weird because it was 4k base, and it was like if all of your other characters are music trait, this card gains the ability level 1 bomb. And it's like, well, no shit, you're gonna have all music trait characters on
Oh,
screen.
you're playing. What set are you playing? Oh, Love Life? Yeah.
Yeah.
If your deck is your deck, you're all music trait, yeah. Nah.
I think this card's
Yeah,
still better though, because obviously you're going to be bombing in everything anyway, and then you can sometimes be able to, with the gate and with this power pump, sometimes you can make your bomb big enough to step over whatever they have, and then on the defense swing you can bomb what they attack you with. So
yeah.
this is a much
If you beat
needed.
your opponent to level, they're all 4K beaters. And it's like, well, I run over your level. Come at me.
This is a very much needed upgrade to the Gaia deck, because before our only level 1 combo was a 117k, and it was like some like weird like mill crap. It's like mill if it's a character card you can like, I don't even remember what it did. I just knew that it was really bad because it's a 1/1.
Okay, well the next one is Kagari. When you play a climax, if you have a plus 2k, and then climax combo on attack, search your feed off event. It's a 1/0 Akatsuki. Old rewrite.
Man, this is good.
It is not in the backup Akatsuki event. It's just Akatsuki.
This card's good. This card's really
It's good for the deck.
Yeah.
Obviously, Fekoff only grabs Kagari. So you cannot play this in Anniversary. Don't play this in Anniversary. That's just bad.
It's a 104.5k in blue.
Yeah. Moving on. Go through. We got to level 2s now. The
Yep.
first card. It's going to be Clannad, Midsummer Angel. It's anti-change, pay 2 sack counter, and it's a 2500.
Whoa, pay 2 sack counters exist. Spooky.
Yeah. Honestly, I might rather do that.
This set has really good backups.
Well, it has 2 of this exact profile.
Really? What's
The
the other one?
other one's in blue. I forget what set it has, but it's on this somewhere.
Yeah. You play this in Angel Beats, you play this in Key 20th.
You play this or the blue one, depending on what colors you need.
Yep.
Hisako, Girl's Dead Monster. It's a 2k assist to level 3s in front. And with the level 1 wind, you can stock a character from waiting room.
So you probably just play this just because you're playing the combo anyway, right?
Yeah.
It's free value.
Yeah. It's basically a costless assist if you have a climax when you play it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I didn't know this card existed, but yeah, I would play this.
Yeah, no, I didn't really notice it, but I was first looking up lists. Every one of them was running at least one.
Yeah, it's value. Here's the 2/2 that the set
It's pretty bad.
That Angel Beats incentivizes.
Yeah, Yuri, Revenge on God, plus 2k if you have 2 or more other characters. And when this becomes reversed, you can discard a character, send this to memory, return it to stage on your draw phase.
Ew.
It's like Hand Encore, but if it dies on your opponent doesn't get a double reverse.
Do you get it back like the following turn? Like, so it gets reversed, you time machine it, and then you get it back immediately, right? Once
You get it back at your next draw phase.
Okay, yeah. So it is. Oh, yeah. You don't have to wait at all.
Yeah, but if they let's say you run it into back up and step over this, you can send it to memory, and it won't come back till your draw phase. So your opponent can front into a free lane.
Yeah. Hopefully, in those cases, you have to be matching with something. Otherwise, I don't really see the value.
Yeah. I feel like this could be something with no game homes where they can just ramp power above what's reasonable. But I just think this is too small. It's a 9.5, which just doesn't seem big enough for standby target.
Yeah. I guess it's one of one of our only options, though, right? For level 2.
Yeah. I think there's the Kego, the jumper Kengo or whatever.
Yeah. And I'm just talking about Angel Beats itself.
Oh, yeah. I haven't looked at the old set, so I don't know.
You have the Encore thing that we mentioned earlier, though. That's decent. Or, I'm sorry.
You can pull in the 2/1 that changes.
Yep. Charlotte card, Ayumi Odasaka, Sweet Home Cooking. And so on play, you send something to memory on your opponent's field, return it. And then it's a plus 6k when it's battle level 3. This card destroys negative soul walls.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it
Rider.
destroys level 3s too.
Does I'm trying to remember. Priestess gets -1 soul on the card on the copy itself, so you can.
Yeah. So Priestess gets the effect, and it applies the effect at the start. So if you blink it before climax phase, it does nothing.
Cool.
If you blink it after climax phase or bounce, it still applies the minus soul, because it says it basically then gives the effect to all characters on your opponent minus.
I think it's really funny because this card kills minus soul walls in not just the sense that you disable their effect, but it also literally just kills them with their power.
It's like, yeah, I got rid of your minus soul wall.
I now die.
Because most of them get power from their effect, and so you just turn that off.
Yep.
It's like, your priestess is now back to 9.5k.
Yeah, you're 11.5 on attack with no boost.
It's like, or your Katori, I got rid of its marker, and it'll be like whatever 9.5k.
Yeah, I think it's just 9k Kotori.
Oh yeah, irrelevant. Okay, next card. We've got Jojiro Takaji, type to wear slimming clothes. He's an anti-change bomb, and if you have 4 more other characters on it, you can choose a character and give it +2 soul. So that's another way to fight through soul walls.
Yep. You just make everything big.
Yep.
This card's fine. I think Ayumi's probably a bit better.
Again, I run him in the Charlotte build because I want red.
Sure.
And I like having anti-change.
This card's pretty alright.
Yeah. Next card is a card that really helps the deck.
Yep.
He's global 1500 in Hex to the level 3 now anti. And then he's just +2k to level 3s in front. So he turns your nows into 13.5s if they're sitting in front of him. And they're hexproof.
And they can't be bounced.
Yeah, and then they can turn off front.
Yep.
But they target with their effect, which I found out and was very disappointed by.
Yep, loses to Psychona, LOL.
It loses to hexproof assists, but he can still discard to search.
Yep.
That's deck thinning.
Jumpa Masato. So it's 2.5k for each card in opponent's back row. That's a bit disappointing. I'm used to the profile being your own back row. But I guess it gains a 500 power pump because the Fujimi card that does it for your own back row, I think, is...
it's a 6/5 that sits at 11. No, it doesn't. It's smaller.
Doesn't. Yeah, so it's the same profile, but it's
But this has an encore effect.
Yeah, but the encore effect's typically worth 500 power, so it's like it doesn't really gain up on anything.
Yeah, and your opponents can play around it, and they can just move up their back row unless they really need it, and then they just run it over.
Yep. Basically, I think this card's still worth it just because it's like literally the best option that Little Busters has. There's another 2/2 Riki from Refrain Extra Booster that's a 2/2 7k 2 soul, and then it gains 3k if 3 cards in your field are of different colors.
So you're playing the 4-color deck.
Yeah. It's kind of awkward though because it would have been awesome if it was any color but green, because green is one of the most heavy, or is like one of the most it's one of the most heavy splashed colors in that deck. You go a bit more on the green cards than the other ones, so it's like if only it was any other color, because of course he counts his own color. So yeah, you can either get a 10k that's sometimes not, or this thing. I choose this thing. It also helps you with filling up your yellow for the Sasami level 0 effect. So
yeah,
it's decent enough. I play it.
Yeah, next card, Mio, Maiden's Repose. On play, look at top. You can put it on top. And on play, mill 3. If you hit a climax, choose a level 3 or lower character on your opponent. Send it to waiting room.
Talk about an anti-change.
Yeah, it's a decent enough one.
This also helps.
It's basically a brainstorm because look it up to 4.
Yep. It also helps you against my soul wall.
Yeah.
And then one thing I really like about this card is that it may be kind of obvious just by reading it, but you blow up. She's really weak, but you can blow up a level 3 in front row, and then you can direct with this card because she has weak power and you just played it.
Yeah.
And it's just a really good card, especially when you need
But
to.
when she misses, you just played a 2/1/2.
Sure. I feel like with the scry, and if you were playing to like get this effect, it's fine. It also helps you mill, so like the mill can just help you like reach a refresh, or yeah, like fill your deck up with standby targets. But yeah, the card's good enough. It also helps blue splash, so I'm willing to play it.
Yeah.
Triple K leaf counter.
Yep, it's Katori Happy Dream, 2,500 backup leaf.
Yeah,
And this is the first actual backup that Triple K has gotten. Yeah. And I wish it was a level 1 costless 2K backup, but I'll take what I can get. Although, the deck's yours now, so it's your...
she needs to put some clothes on.
Man, well, hey, this isn't one of the cards...
No. This is Weiss Schwarz, what we're playing right now.
Well, this is also a box topper promo.
Cool. That's decent.
Like 780 yen.
I love how just all the Triple K cards are like not even like subtle about not being splashable in Q20th. It's like just this archetype specifically.
Well, that probably it needed a lot of help.
Yeah. Finishing combos. We're starting off with the best one. So this is the card that we alluded to very early on in the set review. When you play it from hand or deck, you can pay 1, search your deck for another copy of this card, and then place it. So you start the chain off with 1 from your hand, and then you pay 2 more stocks, so for a total of 4. Then you get it. Very efficient, and because of that, you might want to like put your key, like have a lot of early plays or just like healers in your key 20th deck, so you can use your extra stock for like something that would provide you extra value in the late game. And then when you play the choice, if it's in the front row, you can give a character +1 soul and cancel burn 2. So you're going to be swinging for 4 with a lot of them, and then you cancel burn 2. You can also do a cheesy thing where you could stack it on a
single character, and it's basically triple.
Yep.
It's like the event from is that I don't know. That's I don't know. The 3/7 event, but yes. You do the 3/7 event for 2 cards and 4 stock instead of 3 cards and 7 stock. Because you have to ditch 2 to that, I think.
Yes, it's actually ditch 3 on a 3/7 event.
So 4 cards. So yeah, you use 2 as opposed to a lot more stock and a lot more 4 cards, and then you still get the 3 attacks off of this.
Yes, and also if you stack it all in 1, you get 6 soul on the card, so you can like, let's say like if they're sitting at 3-0, you could do like a really try to do a really cheesy thing where you like attack for 4, and then if that sticks, you can side attack with a 3. If they cancel that, they're taking 3 to the face a bunch of times, or 2 to the face a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Or any other like combination of like damage maturation.
I like leading off with the all on one character. I like because then you can from there you can try to side and whatnot to modulate beyond that point.
The biggest criticism I have of this card, it's a really good card. So I mean, this card is just great. But the biggest issue that I have with it is that you have to choose what's getting the soul on climax placement and not attack. Like other finishers used to be like just a lot of on attack declaration, like give ability, like Yami for example.
Yeah, I mean, comparative to like, but this is more like the Super Sashi combo, where it's on play of climax, which means you also get to make sure that you. Whereas Yami, your last stack of giving another thing cancel burns.
Mm-hmm. This card is actually better in Angel Beats than it is in Key 20th because you have actual Musashi in that set.
Yeah.
And so you can stack so many instances that can't burn on that card. Whereas this, they just kind of rely on each other.
Because it still has to be in front row. I wish this didn't have to. So you just put like 4 instances of burn 2 on.
Yeah. Well, I guess
it's yeah. Just think of all the, or you could also just play out all 4 of them, and it's like, well, can't burn 2, can't burn 2, can't burn 2. That's kind of what I feel on it. It's like, I understand why it has to be in front row, but there's so many dirty things you could do if it didn't.
Yeah.
Next card. It's Yu Odasaka and Naotomori. 500 for each other anniversary. On play, reveal top card of deck. If it's character with anniversary, this gains clock kick on reverse until end of turn. And with the climax, it's on attack heal. So it's not necessarily. Hey, it's a finisher that Charlotte got a finish that isn't turned off by its anti-burn. So
finally, you don't. If you want a clock kick, you don't have to play the 2/2 2K1 on reverse pay stock.
Yeah, no, you didn't play that, but you can play this. Yeah, it's decent.
I like how the climax
deck's probably better, especially because you get the stock dump event as well.
I like how Takajo in the climax is just flying back there. It's a recurring joke in the show.
I mean, hell, there was a card.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah,
he's so ripped that when he takes his shirt off, he looks completely different. He has an extra like 4 inches to his chest. He takes his clothes off.
Okay.
But yeah. Next one is Tomio, Destination of Chosen Path. Your opponent cannot play event. It's an on-play healer. An on-attack, pay 1, reveal top card. If it reveals a level 0, you burn 3, otherwise burn 1. I'm pretty confident that is specifically a character.
Yes, level 0 character.
So, unfortunately, hitting climaxes burn 3, which is kind of stupid in my opinion, but
supposedly you can rearrange them with the level 3 later on, right?
Yeah. There's a red level 3 from that's an assist, and on play, you look at the top. You can kick it up to 3 out of the deck, and then you rearrange the rest.
Yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of this card, especially because it heals as well.
Yeah, I mean, this makes me think of because the first time I saw this profile was the TD Plus level 3 from. It's an on-attack, pay 1, reveal top. Level 2 or higher, burn 2, otherwise burn 1.
Does that card heal as well?
No, it was if it's in the front row.
Okay.
So if you tri-field it, you have 3. So you always have the stock at the start, so you can pay 1 on the first attack.
Okay. This card's pretty good. There's another combo we can talk about later on with another card.
Yeah.
Saya Arabian Nights. It's on a gate. You heal, and then on attack, you pay 2, mill 2. Or you mill 3, burn X, where X is the number of colors hit. You don't play this in 4 color either, unfortunately, because Haruka is just that much better because he heals the stock, gets around your own anti-heal, and it's also a pay 2, burn 2, so it's not even random. So, unfortunately, as far as I can see, this card is dead on arrival.
Yep. Oh well. You got the rest of the level 3s now.
Yep. The best early play
UA just gave you a smile. Early play with 4 more other characters on play gets plus 2k for the turn if you haven't, and it's a healer.
Yeah.
So it's 11k on play normally, and it heals.
Yeah.
It's pretty consistent to be able to play at level 2.
Yeah. Best condition, best power. It heals, which is the best type of effect for early play they have. Best early play in the set. Best early play in Angel Beats. Moving on.
Yeah. Iwasawa, Cool Girl. You have 2 more other characters, plus 2k. And during your turn, when this reverses... not bad. So 11-5 beater. It burns. It's like Misakuro, but you don't pay till after you reverse.
Nice. Maybe you could play this on this is where you might be stacking your Clannad on. because you have not one but two opportunities to get those sweet, sweet cancel burns.
Honestly, if it could burn for more, if it was, that would
like
be better.
Pay 2, burn 2. Yeah.
You got to remember that cancel burn also gives them.
Mm-hmm.
It's real hard to miss if you get multiple stacks on these things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A wish that could never come true. Choose 2 opponents' characters. They get +4 soul, and they cannot side attack.
Yeah.
So it's like a anti-damage counter, kind of.
I think you need a music trait character.
For 6 don't stick.
You also need a music trait character on stage, if I'm not mistaken.
You might. I think it might be anniversary or music.
Oh,
Give me just a second.
If it's anniversary, yeah. So in Angel Beats, you need the Yeah, go ahead and check that.
You're still playing the finisher for me.
Yeah.
If it's music trait, if you're Angel Beats, you're playing the Brainstorm and a couple other.
Yeah, level 3 thing. Both decks play the early play, and so that's where this card could come out from, and so that's fine as well. Although it is a bit more restrictive if you have the music stipulation, which I'm pretty sure this card has. Not 100% sure though.
I'm digging.
Okay, I'll talk about the next card.
It is music trait.
Yeah. So you need a Yui.
That's a little annoying.
Yeah, you play the Iwasawa combo is also a music trait. There's plenty of music traits to go around. I'm not too worried about that.
Okay. Yeah. I assume the back row for that combo.
So this is Yuri Dangerous Attraction, Global 1500, look at top 6, send 3 to raid room, rearrange the rest, pay 2 rest search. A lot of three decent abilities stacked into this card. This card also works with that Clannad level 3 gold bar combo in the Key 20th deck, where you can try to dig for level 0s to then put on top of your deck. You can secure 2. You can secure 2 burns because you can get the first one and then you trigger it. Oh no, you can secure all 3 of them.
You can secure 3. I mean, it's also sent, so you can secure all 3. It allows you to trigger clean.
Nice. This card's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's also like a fine standby target, I suppose, if you just want to power pump everything.
Yep. Okay.
Now Tamori, Mysterious Student Council President. She has hexproof. You can pay 1 to salvage a climax, so it's now Pants now support. You discard a character, give it plus 3k for the turn. Very good addition to Charlotte. Helps you hoard those Pants climaxes in hand, and then you could also thin your deck a bit in the process with the other level 3 combo. So very nice.
Okay. Nagisa, Allergic to Snow. It's an early play if you have 2 or less climaxes. It's on play heal, and it gets 500 for each other back row have. So it's probably a 10-5 early play healer.
Yep. I wouldn't play this in either deck.
I can't say about Clannad, but I wouldn't play it in K20.
So Yui early play is better, and in Clannad the power upset early plays better because its condition is 2 specific level 3s in level instead of this weird requirement. They end up being around the same power anyway. Yeah, they both end up being they both end up being 10-5. So this is just worse. And I'm sad they just kept on printing like worse version cards that already existed in Clannad, but what can I say?
Yep. Katami, Library Room Master. On play it digs X, where X is not. And on attack, discard a character. You can mill the bottom 2 of an opponent's deck. Burn for number of climaxes.
Mini Icy Tail is too many.
Yeah.
Dig X is I don't know. Like this is a weird this is like a card that you play if you're like desperately running out of slots.
Yeah, it's kind of a whatever card. The next card is called Love and. Is this Clannad?
Yes.
What the fuck's Spanner about?
So the main character of the game, of the visual novel or the anime, he got a job. He kind of does what you do, where he like fix like cell phone tires and crap. And this dude, like, has a passion for music. The guy who hired him, And like I think that's just the name of his album.
Okay, yeah, but you give 2 characters plus 1500 and cancel, burn, restand. So instead of burning, you just
which is cool because with the other, you can actually play this combo in Clannad.
Music trait.
Yeah, so you can actually play it in Clannad as intended with the other finishing combo of Tomoyo. You need 10 stock to do it, or 12 stock, but yeah, you can do it.
Cool. But I think you ramp to 12 stock. One of the red level 3, and then this, and then all guarantee basically 4 swings for 3, and if they cancel on any of the burn 3 effects, you get more swings.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Little Buster's got a bounce, which is basically the first time, or not even the first time. I'm just saying. I mean to say that Little Buster's now has all of the anti-meta effects. It has a 0-cost hexproof support. It has anti-salvage in various forms. It has an anti-heal. Has
anti-startup.
Has anti-startup, and now it has anti-big shit or anti-soul wall.
Anti-opponent's characters.
Anti-opponent's.
Here's some bounce. Here's some bounce because you didn't need anything else, and you fix the top of your deck.
And it's 11K.
Yeah. A pretty good card.
I'm happy to have this card.
Moving on. Clannad, Ghost Club member, early play for 2 or less climaxes. When your opponent uses a startup plus 1500. So, not bad.
Yeah.
It's real hard to back up again. Well, although the first one only puts it to like 11.
Yeah.
So at that point, they probably don't even 9-5. But
this card's decent.
Either they're like a 2/2 beater that's bigger, or they just don't need the back, or they can't get above it in backup range.
Chihaya Careless Master. Before we were on Little Busters, now we're moving on to Rewrite. It is a heal to stock. It's
an early play, but I forgot what. But apparently, I didn't write the condition down.
I believe it's just 2 or less climaxes.
Okay,
things are
I'm willing to work with it. It's a 10K, so I like it. I think it's fine for the. I don't know. I actually might play this over the Angel Beats Healer.
Oh, you're crazy.
Well, no, for 4-color Wombo combo.
Okay, you're not that crazy. Yeah.
And again, this helps me by giving me playable red cards.
In Rewrite, you might play this at a couple copies. The deck always went kind of hard on healers. And so this might just be the card that you need to bridge your level 1 to level 3 game. Something to play in the mid game.
Yeah, the guy out of deck, yes. Obviously. So this then you got Katori, Husband, and Wife. So on play, you can choose an opponent's level 3 alert, send it to waiting room, and they can replace it with. So it's the Goshiusa anti-change on play.
Yep.
And then on attack, discard a copy of the Rize and shuffle 2 cards back into opponent's deck.
Oh man, that's like. Oh, I thought
it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was like more cards for some reason.
No, I mean it doesn't need a climax, so.
Yeah, this card's fine. I thought the card was better. Yeah, this card's
I don't know if you use the second effect, but it's pretty good.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you play the, I feel like what's ironic about this profile is that, like, deckless play, like, a couple copies of this, and then 4 copies of the Rize, and then, like, just, like, reading the deck list out, you're just like, oh, like, the intention is to use the second effect, but ironically, maybe you just, like, use both effects independently of one another, and that's just fine anyway.
Yeah. Well, I think you run the Rize because it's a good... You run this because the first...
Yeah, it's pretty solid techie option.
Yeah. The last one is Lucia. She's an early play if you have 4 more characters.
And then...
That's a funny effect.
Minus 2K to opponent's front row. Yeah. So,
you've never... If you're running the bar combo, here's how you minus power.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like, I'm pretty sure you know of the 3-2 Lucia supports effect. I never play it because it's like a hard neg 3.
Yeah.
But it's minus 4k to
I,
everything.
I also had that deck for a while.
Yeah, I basically, like, I don't think I ever use that effect.
Yeah, this is a much more affordable version.
Yeah. A decent card. Guardian doesn't have the slots, and Key 20th
Doesn't need it.
doesn't need it.
Yeah, it doesn't really do much in the way of reversing.
So I guess it's just a quick wrap up. The winners of this set
Are Angel Beats and Charlotte.
Charlotte a lot more than Angel Beats as well.
Well, Charlotte is the king of this set.
Yeah, Charlotte like made it out like a bandit, while leaving all the other key properties in the dust.
Well, that's their fault for being bad.
Yeah.
I'll forever curse Clannad for wasting hours of my life. Well, I say hours. I only watched the first episode.
Half an hour of your life.
Like 20 minutes. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Key 20th. Charlotte good. Everything else average. Clannad bad.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.